Yo, can you pass me the loud phone? Yeah.
There you go.
Scared the shit out of me, bro.
I know what the
Yo. Hello. That shit.
That's
Yo. No, it's picking up something.
funny. Oh, that's not that funny.
No.
Who's listening to that?
It's picking up.
It doesn't come automatically?
No, man. Just... Yo.
Richie listening to that crack right
Hello. Richie, right?
now. Yeah, facing that way.
Cooking and shit, spinning the pots around. Happy as Hello? Hello? Yo. Hello? Alright.
Ready?
Yep. Dun. Yo.
Welcome back to the pod.
We're back. Chakra OutLoud, where we say what we say. You don't get upset.
We are here today, Malibu Smiley. I am Lady Sarah, JK.
Yeah, actually, special guest. My wife, Lady Sara, the bomb.
Hi, y'all.
Yep.
How are y'all doing today?
Thank you for having
Pretty
me.
good. So we're gonna be doing the podcast together now. It just makes more sense. Because you need that female energy too.
Very
Right?
excited about this.
It can't just be a male-dominated type of thing.
And this is going to be very nice too, especially having the owners of the shop here every weekend just talking it up, especially because now we get to hear more backstories.
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
to hear like more insights. So I feel like this is
Yeah.
actually going to be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited that you're here, babe.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Happy to have you. Also, talking about being excited, I feel like we should also be very excited for the next week coming back up because we will have a full house back at the shop. The last
Oh
week
my
or two
God.
was a little.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
It's been
because
6 weeks straight.
It's either one person, two people a week, but that's about it. Either somebody's on vacation, sick. There's just multitude of things going on.
So excited to have everyone back next
Yeah.
week. Been working on a painting. We talked about it in the last pod. Just finished something up. I saw it the other day. Fire.
Yeah.
Insane.
So
Fire.
okay, so the ones you guys saw was the Snow White with the Air Max. This morning I just posted a new painting, Beauty and the Beast. And that one has the Nike. I don't know the name of the. I don't know about sneakers, but the one
The Air Maxes?
No, the red and black Air. What is it?
They're-
Nike pumps or some shit.
I think they're
Maybe
like the ones. The Air Force One. No, they're not the Air Force Ones.
No, they're not. Air
The
Force
dunks?
Ones.
You talking about
The
the
dunks.
dunks?
The
Oh.
dunks. So I have Belle from Beauty and the Beast with some dunks in her hand. So make sure you guys go to my Instagram and check that out. It looks pretty awesome. We're going to be selling prints pretty soon, within the next week or two. So we're going to have a Etsy store where you can actually buy these prints either on shirt, mugs, pencils, whatever you like. We're going to make it accessible to you through our Instagram. And we're going to tag you. So we're looking forward to that, right, babe?
Belle is my favorite princess.
That bitch
so,
hot, though.
yeah,
Big
I
ass
thoroughly
titties.
enjoyed sitting through your artistic
You know what's
process. It was
crazy?
really cool.
Like, I was painting her, right? And then I was doing her titties while I was looking at hers. So if you look at Belle's tits on the thing, I was just like painting and looking, painting like what she was on Instagram. Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
All right.
I know we talked about this. I think this was actually very interesting when it came to your painting. I don't know if we spoke about it on the pod or just through in your room or not. You have kind of a ritual when you start painting. You paint at a certain time of day because you said it helped you get you into a better little flow.
Yeah, at midnight.
Midnight.
As soon as midnight hits,
Has that always been a thing? Is that more recently?
she
like-
could better tell you. Yeah. Ever since, I don't know, I started painting. And it's funny because we were talking about this last night. I used to paint in the bathroom.
Really?
Back in our home, we used to paint in the bathroom. My house used to have the toilet with ings, the sink with brushes, and she used to be in the bathtub with a pillow and a blanket while we would be there 5, 6 in the morning. I used to be painting. She used to fall asleep
That's crazy.
So he would
And-
paint, and I would work on the business and research
and read books and stuff like that. So
That,
we
yeah, just
co-create
like
together.
Yeah, full grind. Why Why the bathroom? Was it just like you thought that was like a more secluded space? Was it more creative?
It's
for
funny
you?
because we had our room, but when we were in the bathroom, there was this energy that used to be in there that we used to come up with ideas, and I don't know what it was, but it was our thing. So when we used to come home from work, we used to head straight to the bathroom and sit down
and decompress.
and
right?
decompress,
Yeah.
talk about the
that's
day
like
or
the
whatever.
saying. That's like the saying. You'll figure it out in the shower.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, you figure it out in the shower.
Yeah.
Literally.
I feel that.
Yeah. So that was pretty awesome.
And
you know?
he started painting in our bedroom, and I think like after a little bit, he was like, "So what's up with the bathroom?"
Yeah.
You just need to change the scenery. You need one.
Yeah, and the fact that the bathroom was smaller,
Mhm.
I don't know, less space. We're in a sense minimalist, so I like the fact that I had a little bit of space to work on, to
Yeah.
work with everything that I had. You know what I mean?
And
It
in a
was
weird
just-
way, I feel like a smaller space makes your brain work faster or harder, if that makes sense. Because if, like in the one movie, Old Boy, he was stuck in that hotel room. There was nothing else but that little box. He was just thinking of everything. Like
He
he
was-
started talking to the mic.
Yeah.
Like it just makes your brain spin
Yeah.
a little faster. You know what I'm saying?
you,
So,
you think a lot more.
like I feel like when you're in a bigger space, you're just like more like chillax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you're like more secluded, it gets you going.
so
The bathtub is not comfortable though.
and one thing is that I actually like her being around when I'm painting.
Mhm.
It has become part of the whole entire ritual.
Yeah.
Like it feels weird if she's not there and I'm painting. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
It's the energy just doesn't feel.
It's
right.
just it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
You know
we
what I
vibe.
mean?
We vibe.
Yeah.
We definitely vibe.
So
when
when
he's
she's doing
painting.
her thing, I'm doing my thing, and it complements each other.
That's
So,
great.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
the paintings, I heard you want to sell some prints. We'll have it on the Etsy's. With the convention coming up, will anyone come to the convention be able to see these paintings? Will they be able to purchase them
Yeah,
there?
we're actually gonna take the paintings to the convention. You're gonna be able to purchase prints.
We're taking
if-
the originals to the convention.
Hell yeah.
So that
All
artwork
right,
off. So that
all
artwork
right,
off.
we'll
I feel
figure
it.
it out.
Yeah.
We'll
you know what
figure
I
it
mean?
out.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna sell prints over there, so you could definitely get your princess prints. And I'm also gonna be taking consultations because I'm not only gonna be sitting down tattooing. I'm gonna make sure that I'm there for you guys. If you have any questions, I will get up and answer them. You can speak to me directly at the convention, so come through and support us.
So we've blocked off Sunday as a day where he can take consultations. We're trying to really help people not live with that regret of having a tattoo that they got many, many years ago and are now like, I've outgrown it, or I know better, I want to do better. And so we're trying to block off some time on Sunday to be able to kind of service the public and help them come up with some ideas in order to effectively cover up the mess that they got themselves
Yeah,
into.
absolutely. And every convention, I've always just been sitting down tattooing, which is what I do, obviously. But I'm at a point right now that I'm literally transitioning into teaching.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more fulfilling for me. Like, I get instant gratification through tattoos after I'm done 5 or 6 hours, but this is a lifelong gratification that I'm gonna get from teaching people and seeing them get better and stuff. So Sunday, I will dedicate myself alongside my wife and Jaden to go around, not only ask other artists questions as far as how do they like the convention and what don't they like from it. And from there, we'll see where the industry is at the moment. You know what I mean? Because nobody going around asking these artists any type of questions. Nobody knows each other.
It's also been a few years, I feel like, since the industry as a whole has felt safe to go back into the convention setting. And so a lot of things have changed
Yeah.
with COVID, and it's important that we're able to gauge where we are overall as
Literally.
as an industry, mentally, emotionally, because being an artist and running a business takes a toll on everything, on your mental health, on whatnot. So I am sure that being in a setting with like-minded individuals is definitely going to be a breath of fresh air for all of us.
You're so hot. I'm so glad that she's here and not John, because I can't googly eye John. You know what I mean?
Other than the paintings,
Like, dang.
what else will be selling at the conventions? Will we have other
All
things
right.
to purchase?
Yeah, we're gonna be selling tattoo sleeves.
Yeah.
We're gonna be selling temporary tattoos. Stop by with your kids. We're doing free tattoos for kids.
Alright.
So bring them up. We're gonna sit them in the chair, give them a little experience.
We also have merch, right?
Yeah.
We have
Hoodies.
T-shirts, beanies, hoodies.
Yeah. We're gonna be selling this right here.
We'll
this
have
logo's pretty hot.
stickers.
So.
Yeah, no, I'm
we have
excited.
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff for you
Yeah.
guys to kind of buy and show
It's
your
gonna
support.
be cool. It's Jaden's first experience in a
Yeah,
tattoo
at the first
convention, right?
convention. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
welcome,
super excited. I'm
Jay.
super excited.
I'm also proud of you for what you're doing and going along with it and adjusting
As you go, yeah.
to the growth because me and my wife, we grow rapidly.
Mhm.
once we start to do something, we're like, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And if people don't grow with us, then you're gonna
You're
get
gonna
left behind.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just what it
'Cause
is.
it's going on to that next step, and it's like if you're not on this next step with us, you're gonna be a couple steps back. You're lower down. We're already up here,
And
so
then
you gotta keep up.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And we don't have
such a
time
distance.
to carry
No,
weight.
we don't.
Not at all.
So it's
No,
cool
definitely.
that you have actually joined an industry where you could be valued.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Because everything else that you do, let's say you get a job anywhere, that's not even an
no,
industry.
no.
You're just working somewhere.
And it's so crazy because I was honestly just thinking about this. Drives are, for me at least, they're like such a good thinking point. I was thinking like, what were the odds that I landed in a tattoo shop with such passionate people? Like I landed in a place where videography, everyone takes pictures, everyone does videos. There's so many people, so you can easily get in your head and say, what am I, like, I'm not that good, I can't do that, whatever. Get into a tattoo industry. There's so many tattoo artists in this world, but you, like, here I learned that you can't worry about the next guy's work. You got to focus on your shit and your shit only and be so passionate and dedicated to your work and make it the best thing possible so you can get to that point where it's like, yo, that piece that you do is fire, bro. And that validation right there is that thing that keeps you going. You're like, I bet, like, I can get this going. And that also goes back to that knowledge point that you were speaking of, changing the cover-ups, having these old tattoos that you wanted, giving them a new chance. It's like changing someone's life in a way, and that's very gratifying right there.
Absolutely.
And passing that knowledge down also is gratifying as well because that's changing someone's life as well. You're
for
giving
real.
them knowledge of not only business, just life in general, and that's so helpful when
And
you
you
guys don't
can see
understand.
the difference from a cover up and how people react towards it and how they feel after that.
Well, that was our mission. I think that was right off the bat, was to be able to positively impact the lives of those around us and of our guests, right? Because our clientele have now become like guests in our space.
Literally.
So to be able to see the impact that we've had in the lives of not only our artists, right, but in our little community that we've created is honestly incredibly motivating to want to keep pushing forward and extend that reach.
Yeah,
I know we keep saying it. Sorry to cut you off, but I know we keep saying it, but we're here to make a difference in the industry.
Yeah.
And once you go to the convention, you'll notice the things that we speak about, like how it's already saturated with darkness and stuff, and where that light, that spark of light that is required.
which is so factual because yesterday, and I love how you said the community and you guys treat your clients like guests. My best friend from second grade came here yesterday to get a tattoo from Jess. It was his first one, and he said literally as soon as he walked through the door, he was like the energy. He was like, yo, it was a good vibe. He was like, bro, this is a good place for you to be. He was like, I know you fit in well here. He was like, yo, it's just like, he's like, not everyone's like. And he's like, I don't want to say the word hype, but he's like, everyone's just so good vibe here. He's like, it's such high energy. He was like, it's not like one of those old rinky-dink tattoo shops by the house. He was like, it's colorful. He was like, it's a nice place.
It's very inviting. It makes you want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as soon as you walk in, we project all that great energy towards you, and then people sometimes don't want to leave or they want to book another appointment. It's literally an experience.
Literally, he
it's
stayed
not
here for
something
like an hour later.
It's
and
not
booked an
something that we're
appointment
just saying because whatever. But every client that has come through those doors has said, there's something about this place. There's an energy in here that I feel different. I feel good.
The work is good. The work is great, but the energy is what really
energy,
keeps people coming back.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jay because he came into my room super hyped and shit and gave us a great idea. Picture this. This is how he said it.
Oh.
Chakra Fest.
That shit that shit had a hit, bro. I was like in Duncan, and me and John were just like talking about like conventions, like not conventions, but like festivals for like Rolling Loud and stuff like that. And I was telling him, he was telling me how you said you wanted to interview people with me, like him and John. And I was just thinking, I was like, well, Smiley wants us to ask this one question at the end of each interview. What's one thing you liked about conventions? What's one thing you hate about conventions? So for the day that they start their own convention, they know where to go with it, and it's a great way to go about it. So I was sitting there, and I was just like, Chakra Fest. I was like, yo. And then John looked at me, and he was like, yo, that's just the hard.
It sounds dope because we're going to be able to bring celebrities to perform and stuff like that. You know, people that is relevant. We need to bring in a new crowd into the tattoo industry.
That's gonna be fire. I'm super excited for that. That's really gonna be cool.
You should because it's cool for you. So it's gonna be
really
awesome.
cool.
All right. So we go ahead.
Okay. We have about 10-15 minutes before we head into the halftime break, so we can do a quick Q&A with the owners here while we have them.
Okay.
The topic you were about to speak on, you can speak on that if you want. Up to you.
I didn't have a topic.
Okay,
so I was
so
trying to
Q&A.
say things because I didn't know what else to say until somebody else picked up. And
I got you.
You did, so awesome.
So we'll just keep it going on the conventions, actually, since it is a Q&A. I know you said by the time you want to hit 40, you want to start your own convention.
Facts.
Yes.
Kinda simmering on the name of Chakra Fest now. Where would the first convention be? Would it be in Jersey? Would it be in New York? What state would it be
Right
in?
now, we don't know, right? Because things like in New York City, because the what's
Miami.
what's the New York City convention?
Empire State.
Empire State is ran by Hell's Angel, and it has always been ran by Hell's Angel. So
Miami.
So for you to do a convention in New York, you have to ask permission by the Hell's Angels to do a convention, and majority of the time they say no because they want to be the only one that monopolizes that convention. But then there are other states. You know what I'm saying? Pennsylvania is already taken by Villain Arts. But I agree with Babe. I love Florida. Miami's lit. It's a place that most celebrities live at, and it's more young.
And we have relationships in Miami that we can leverage in order to be able to make this exactly what it is.
And I feel like Chakra is such a great, I feel like Miami's such a great demographic for Chakra itself. The color, the vibe, the energy. I feel like you guys going out there, I feel like not even trying, you can go out there, we do a convention and be like, there'd be at least 2 or 3 people wanting to sign a contract with you guys. Like, yo, let's open up a shop here. So I feel like that'd be a really good spot for you guys.
Miami, we actually found a spot in Miami called, was it like Chakra? Am I tripping? Remember we was in Miami?
It wasn't chakra, but it was definitely like chakra related.
Like aura or something like that.
Yeah, it was. We looked at it and we're like,
oh.
And the numbers and the numbers and everything.
Was it like Ajna?
Yeah, it was like a
was
shop.
Was it a tattoo shop or was it
no,
like?
No, it was like a smoke shop.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a smoke shop.
But it was a chakra. It said chakra or some shit or one of the chakras.
Was this before or after the place in Jersey City was built? Like, was this before or after Chakra?
No, this was recently.
Recently.
Okay.
Yeah, in the summer, right?
Yeah, in the summer when we went down for my niece's birthday.
Yeah, on May. So.
I mean, my niece's wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Miami would be a fire place for it. Okay, so we were gonna head into the halftime break. Now, guys, we will be back in a little. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back to Chakra OutLoud, where we say what we say.
And you don't get upset.
Never. Don't do it. Okay.
It's just not cool. Not a good vibe. Don't be that guy.
Don't be upset.
Yeah.
You know, we just saying things.
We're just talking
if it hurts
shit.
your feeling, it was good.
Yeah.
We got you to react.
Get out of your feelings.
Yeah. All right. So we gotta touch bases on a situation that happened the past week with my wife, one of my clients. This goes to all the fucking clients out there that want to get tattooed by me. You come to my business to get tattooed by me or one of the other artists that we have here, not to come and fuck my wife. It's not gonna happen. I already did it first. I put a ring on it. I got her pregnant. I trapped her. That's it. She can't go nowhere.
It also makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. You put me in a position where it's like, yes, you are a client in our establishment, but now you are making me feel incredibly uncomfortable. And so is it our fault when we don't want to finish your piece or don't want to invite you back into our establishment? So please don't put me, him, or yourself in an embarrassing situation. It sucks.
Because from now on, we are going to embarrass you in front of everybody. Since you have the balls to do it, we're going to do it too.
It's really awkward. Don't slide in my DMs after you leave either. I don't appreciate it. He doesn't appreciate it. I communicate.
I had this situation Sunday, right? Tattooed a client. First time I tattooed this fucking guy. And I was tattooing him for fucking 6-7 hours, whatever. We were mingling. Mind you, after that long, sitting down with somebody, you would think, you know, they would develop some sense of respect. They know a little bit more about you, how you are as a person, as your character and all that. And at the end of the day, when I finished the tattoo that he had to go and pay, he literally asked my wife if she could bring him some food, some Venezuelan food, and he'll bring her Mexican food. And if she has friends that are like her. While I was sitting in my station, not sitting in my station, I was actually breaking down and cleaning my station. He was doing all this shit.
So it puts me in a position where I'm like,
very conniving. So now I told my wife, next time you motherfuckers do that, to yell out your name and yell out my name and say, hey, babe, your client's trying to get some pussy. So then I could run out like a fucking wrestler with my belt. And I'm just going to clothesline you.
And that's not even who I am. Like, I'm going to be kind, but I'm also not going to
fuck that shit.
Take that bait. I'm not going to, right? So I'm always going to try to like transmute that energy and dish it back in a way that.
Did you come in during the weekend? Was this?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Okay. It was Sunday.
It was Sunday.
Don't be nice, babe. Like.
Well, I don't want to say that I was nice and inviting. I definitely shut it down, right? Shut it down to the point that the person that was sitting behind me was like, that was uncomfortable. And yeah, it was uncomfortable. And it was so uncomfortable that I had to go home and say something about it because.
She told me after I got home. Because I definitely,
you're crazy.
My approach would have been completely different.
Absolutely, and we don't need that. And so I am trying to be cordial.
I love and respect my wife. So if a situations like that appear within my premises, especially the business that we have, of course I have the right to say something.
It's just awkward,
Right?
you
You're
know?
being disrespectful,
Yeah.
dude, and it's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to clients, guests, whatever you want to call yourself, don't come here and try to like. This is not tat and ass. Like you don't get ass here. You only get tats, bro.
And that may be the perception that men have of tattooed women or of women in the tattoo industry as a whole. But I'm not with the shits.
And this is why in this company, Chakra Tattoos, we respect women over here. As artists, whatever they do, we respect you. Because
Facts.
this industry, this shit happens all the fucking time.
It does.
If you're a female apprentice and you're working at a shop, you're definitely gonna get fucked with. You know what I'm saying?
And as an owner, right, it puts us in this uncomfortable situation where, like, if I have to put you in your place and blah, 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 are you going to turn around and, like, talk shit on my Google reviews? Are you going to tell people that we're a bad shot? It just,
yeah,
it
we'll
makes things
reply.
really,
Yeah,
it
puts you in
makes,
a bad
yeah,
situation.
Yeah,
it's
but you know what? We could
weird.
reply like, he tried to rape me. That's it. That's as easy as that. You try to rape me. Now you want to give me stars because I want to let you? Fuck out of
Okay.
here.
We like we just said, we are a tattoo shop. So for when you please come in for your tattoos, make sure they're your tattoo ideas and you like the idea, not something that you have to run by 1, 2,
Yes.
3,
So
4, 5, your whole family.
So the reason why we don't show you your design until the day of is exactly because of that. Too many opinions and none of them are yours.
Yeah, there's too many environmental opinions and factors
yeah.
around them that alters the final design. For example, like I used to send people their design a week before their appointment. They have a week to not only think about it, but they have a week of influences around them to tell them, I don't like it, I like lines better, I like this. When the client gets to me, the design is completely changed because everybody's perception of the piece. And not everybody's a fucking artist. If you're a plumber, just mind your fucking business. Go plumb something, you know what I mean? Or be a chef or whatever, but don't come try and change my shit around. So that's what we design. We have the design ready for the day of. So the only option you have is, you like this one or you like the other one that I designed?
Or you like a little bit of this and a little bit of that needs to be changed. That's fine too.
Well, that's about it.
Right, but having somebody's input who is not at the shop, they are not a client. It's not going on their skin.
Okay, we're talking about wives here, okay? So look, this is just what it is. I've had too many situations where I try to do sick-ass piece, and as an artist, I'm trying to, like, elevate myself and advance in my tattoo career, but other wives make it fucking difficult, right? For example, when you go to Europe and these artists are doing portraits of different women and different things, it's just what it is. It's almost like getting a Mona Lisa by a famous artist. It's not like, what girl is that? Who is that? If it's not my face, I don't want you to get it. It's like, get over yourself, bitch. Like, go hit the gym, look back for your man, or get your body done so you don't feel self-conscious about the way you look. So if he wants to get a hot-ass bitch on his fucking arm, you don't feel any type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like
a
have
little
some
more
confidence.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I'm just upset because if I could listen, I don't have enough fingers to count how many men will call their wives in front of me and says things like, I got to call the boss before I do this piece, or I got to consult with my wife. And it's like, why? Like, you were born without your wife.
Right, and I also, like, now that you said I got to call the boss and whatnot, I want to touch base on that a little bit. We work as a team, right? And so I'm not the boss, to be clear. We have men who come in here and like, oh, you're the boss.
Yeah,
I'm not.
so I have men.
I'm not the boss.
I have men that speaking to me and they go and be like, oh, you want me to speak to the boss? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because they see me sitting down, they see her work in the front, and
We definitely work together.
They see this like, oh, she's the boss or whatever. We're both bosses here.
Yeah.
We own the shit
Yeah.
equally. It's just what it is. Don't bring that shit up because you're fucking owned by your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just your way of you showing that. But like I said, everybody was born alone. Like, we weren't wives and husbands for numerous years. So you made decisions throughout your life the whole entire time that led you to that point of being married. Why can't you continue making good decisions after that? You know what I mean? As long as it doesn't impact the family and shit like that. But I don't think like your partner should have a say in everything that you do. It doesn't make sense because you're blocking who they are as a person.
Right, the individuality shouldn't be lost when you marry someone. You like what you like, and I like what I like, and it should be okay for that to be that way.
Yeah. So your husband wants a sleeve, and you're like, I don't like sleeve. Well, why did you marry him? Like, it doesn't make sense. You're just altering the person that he is. So you want to marry a person to create what you want out of them? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with men, right? When their wife had their input about designs and shit like that, and their man was like, my wife liked this one. You know why men do that? And you know why men ask women for, let's say, permission to do something or whatever? It's because women nag so much that men don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. So they like, you know what? let me just ask her because I don't want no problems. And literally, that's what they say before they call the wives.
And you're not wrong.
I don't want no problem. I don't want no arguments. And then they call the wife. The wife's like, I like the one that she likes. That's not for her skin. And the husband be like, all right, we're going to go with this one. And I see their faces that they feel down. And it's like, yo, why do this doesn't make sense,
What kills me is that there isn't even the question on a wife perspective. Like, what do you like? Like, why is that not a question? Why are we not interested in what our significant other actually likes? Why should that responsibility be solely ours, right? Like, if you're sharing life with someone and this person is willing to put something on their skin forever, how about we take into consideration what they like instead of trying to impose what we like on somebody else? Like, mind your fucking business.
Yeah, but y'all be going on Instagram liking fucking other guys that are fucking ripped up with tattoos all over their body. But when your man wants to get a tattoo, you're like, don't do it. Like, stop playing, yo. You need to stop playing.
We're creators over here, man. This is a cover-up shop. You know, you give us an idea and we make it. We're creators. Speaking of creating, they're trying to create some Chinese sun. I'm hearing about.
The Chinese artificial sun.
Could you believe that? When I saw it, I was like, no fucking way. This has to be fake. Let me research, right? Because you can't believe everything that you see on the internet. And so I was like, what? And I think it went up for like 17 minutes, they said, which means that they've been testing this for a minute. Yeah, they launched it. When they launched it, it looked like a rocket, right? He was like, that's a rocket.
It looked like a rocket. So what it looked like to me is like, because the camera was picking up probably the flame from the bottom of the rocket, and it gives it like this orb that looks like a sun. So I wasn't there to say, oh shit, that's a round object. From seeing numerous video, the only thing I could pick up was it was a rocket that was launched, and whatever was coming out the rocket at the back was so bright that the camera saw it as an orb, not as a fucking sun. And people was like, whatever. But I do believe that China's been working on this for 3 years, because I posted this on Instagram 3 years ago, and I remember I posted this shit that they're working on an artificial sun. Yeah. And the only reason I posted it was because I'm a huge fan of The Simpsons. I've been watching this since 1991. And they had an episode where Mr. Burns, who's a billionaire, was trying to take control of the whole entire town. And because people didn't do what he say, he designed this block that comes out of a mountain and blocks the sun, and depriving us of energy, vitamin D, and all that. So then people would basically comply and become conformists. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just so that they can get their sunlight.
Yeah, so then whatever he say, they'll do just so they can get a little bit of light.
Right.
So what they're doing is creating a fake sun to block our real sun, so then we lack in nutrients and things that make things live.
And they're feeding us. They're feeding us the BS that the sun is dying.
Who loves the sun? Who cares?
No, The Simpsons is crazy. They're pretty spot on with some of the predictions that they make. Like, I feel like we can literally do it.
The fact that thing was up there for 17 minutes and people were cheering. They were cheering.
Yeah.
So you think the sun? You think the sun was the rocket that was coming towards U.S.?
So I think that's how they. Oh no, differently, right? Because I think
the rocket. Scenarios? That was like yesterday.
The rocket was like North Korea, right?
North Korea,
and then the sun was in China.
It was in China.
Yeah, so it's a little different. North Korea is legit shit. They don't play these games.
That's wild though.
How are people not against this? We have a free sun. You know what they're doing? They're
like they did water, right?
They're recreating the fucking wheel.
Yeah.
They're taking a free resource, which is water. They bottle it up and they sell it to you. They're gonna sell you the sun. You get what I'm saying?
They're gonna sell you energy.
They're gonna start selling you air.
Also, like solar, right? Solar is starting to really kick off, and people are really starting to pick up on the benefits of solar. And I have a very strong feeling that this is a good way to combat that solar situation, because your fake sun is definitely not gonna give you that same energy.
It's
not at all. Especially with like all the electronic cars that they're coming out with now, like all those things are powered, like you said, by the sun. So that's kind of tanking them in the way.
And that's another reason why California's gas prices are up, because they're lobbying against the fuel vehicles, because they're trying to push all the electric vehicles. So the only way for people to start buying electric vehicles is to raise the gas prices up. Because if it's $10 per gallon, you're gonna be like, I think I'm gonna invest in a Tesla. Right? They just made you. They literally just like process of elimination, like the magicians used to do with the cards on your TV, and you pick one, and that's the one that he picked.
Currently wants a Tesla.
They are pretty cool though.
Hint. No, they are pretty nice. We were talking something about Tsunami in our midterm break. Where was this at? Like, I think that's probably actually one of my biggest fears. I'm not gonna lie.
ABC News put a post up this morning saying that there has been a tsunami warning issued for the West Coast and Alaska. Apparently, a under ocean volcano erupted and has sent forth a wild wave that's set to like destroy a lot of shit. Now, to be fair, I feel like meteorologists and just weather people overall have been talking about like something big may take out California or something massive is going to take Alaska. And I'm not saying this is it, but I'm saying like pay attention because things are most definitely starting to happen.
Yeah.
Where does the world go if Hollywood is wiped out? Where does
fuck Hollywood. I'll be honest.
Atlanta.
It'll be Cali.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Okay.
If Hollywood is gone, then I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Atlanta, you think that's the next big thing?
Yeah, I think the next big thing is gonna be like
I can definitely see that.
Tyler Perry created this humongous like studio in Atlanta, and I think that the idea is to develop Atlanta to be
more of a New York City, more of a Cali type.
More of like a Cali
I can see it.
type
I can definitely see it.
So if, God forbid, something were to happen on the West Coast, I think that for sure, I think Atlanta's up next.
Yeah. It's crazy. I think we're going to end this episode off today. This is a good spot. We wanted to dedicate this episode more so Smiley and Sarah. I personally don't know this person. They make fun of me a lot for not knowing a lot of movies and shows. We lost a legend very recently.
Oh, my God.
I believe from Full House.
My homie Danny Tanner.
Bob
My
Saget,
man, Bob
R.I.P. man. He was like everybody's TV dad when we were growing up, right?
Yeah, he sucked dick for coke. I seen him. So we're going to miss him, definitely, because we grew up with him. And just a few people that we grew up with watching on TV that are dying. It's almost like, wow, it's crazy how life is.
It's reality check of how much
it does become
aged,
a reality
right?
check.
Like, oh,
we really
shit,
started the year off
I'm hitting
losing
40,
Betty White,
bro.
like right before the year started.
And
That
she
was
was
crazy.
just about to hit 100 years old, bro.
Yeah, well, she didn't want to come into 2020, so she's like, fuck that. I'm not
I ain't
this
doing that
again.
shit.
So this episode was dedicated to Bob Saget. Correct me?
Bob Saget,
Bob
all
Saget.
We'll see you guys
R.I.P.
next
R.I.P.
Saturday.
my homie.
Chakra OutLoud. I'm Lady Sarah, Malibu Smiley, J. Cade.
Let's get it.
Adios.